today's workout we have 22.3, which is for time, 21 pull-ups, 42 double unders, 21 thrusters at 43 kilo or 95 pounds, 18 chest to bar pull-ups, 36 double unders, 18 thrusters at 52 kilo or 115 pounds, then 15 bar muscle ups, 30 double unders, and then 15 thrusters at 61 kilo or 135 pounds. This particular workout, when it got announced, I was very nervous. For those who don't know, I sustained a hamstring injury roughly 3.5 to 4 weeks ago doing thrusters, which has definitely hampered my open. Haven't been able to compete as I normally would. And last week I was very hesitant within the workout itself, and looking back at the video, I was really compensating, leaning and shifting to the one side. It was actually horrible. I probably should have been a lot more cautious with that particular workout. I did do the first attempt. I got stopped at 10s, and then I had to redo it because in my haste to get it done and warming up and not thinking and worrying about the hamstring, I actually forgot to add the extra 2 kilo to make it 102 kilo. And I didn't realize until 3 days after. So what I did is I put the proper weight on, completed one deadlift and one bar facing burpee to get a score, and then I ended up forgetting to submit that score, so I didn't submit any score. So when this workout got announced, I was more nervous than hesitant, because I haven't been doing any squatting, like even air squats. I haven't done any significant amount, just sort of testing the range of motion. I spent quite a while warming up with the squat and the thruster. I didn't go any heavier than the 43 kilo or 95 pounds in the warm-up, just in case I aggravated it and wouldn't be able to do anything. So you'll notice here I do spend quite a bit of time at the top of the thruster. That is part strategy that I normally or have been doing of recent, but the amount of time that I'm spending up there isn't necessarily something that I would recommend or do. I was spending a little bit too long up there, and that was just out of caution more than anything else, because again, I spent a lot of effort and time thinking about the thrusters and worrying about them, which is not good when you're trying to do a workout. And I think it definitely took something away from the workout. I ended up resting too long as well, again because I was worried about the hamstring. My plan for this, or the strategy for the workout, was to do all the the pull-ups and the chest to bar unbroken. Just stay smooth and controlled on the double unders, and then basically see how it was feeling on the thrusters. I knew I was going to break it up a lot more than I normally would, so I ended up on the 95 pounds, ended up doing 3 sets of 7. There was no pain, no discomfort, but I was very conscious of it, and I could feel it's definitely weaker, 100%. I don't have the same drive out of the bottom of the thruster, so it was a little bit more shoulder heavy than it normally is, and hence why I was adding in that little bit more of a pause as well at the top of the thruster. The double unders for the workout, actually I tripped up more than I would like, depending on how my hamstring is, and my mindset as to whether I do this one again. But the hamstring did definitely play a factor in my strategy for this one. So up until this point, I hadn't touched the 52 kilo at all. In my warm-up, I stayed at a light weight. So even on this first rep, you probably could tell, definitely hesitant, definitely worried about it. I hit the first one. Again, there was no pain, which was a big relief. which allowed me to continue on in this workout. Again, spend a little bit more time in that locked out position overhead than I normally would. And that's again just out of caution more than anything else. I ended up splitting this up into 3 sets as well, so 3 sets of 6. And again, didn't have that drive out of the bottom. So the hamstring definitely affected the strategy. So if I didn't have an injury, what I would have looked to have done on the first set of thrusters, I would have looked to try and do them unbroken. For the set of 18, which is this set here at the 52, I would have tried for something along the lines of 10 and 8 or 9 and 9, so 2 sets. And then on the final set of thrusters, probably would have been looking at doing a set of 3s, ideally, depending on how my training had been going up until the open. Probably an option could have been 5s as well. I wouldn't have tried to do like big sets for the 61 kilo. I've done quite a few workouts at the 61 kilo, so I know what it feels like and what sort of I'm capable of. So that would have been my strategy if I wasn't injured. And the strategy for the pulling movements, so the pull-ups, the chest to bar, and the bar muscle-ups, pretty much would have stayed the same. When we get up to the bar muscle-ups, I'll explain sort of what was going on with that. But I'll be looking at doing like 3 sets of 5 for the bar muscle-ups, depending on how I was feeling and how fast I'd gotten to the bar muscle-ups. Maybe would have had to break up that last set, but it would have been something along the lines of 3 sets. Now, in regards to what sort of strategy I would recommend for this workout, this is a very sort of personal type of workout. This is a sort of a higher skill-based type of workout, and depending on where you are with your skill in the pull-ups, the chest to bar pull-ups, and the bar muscle-ups, it's really going to have to come down to what you've been doing in training and what you're capable of. So if you struggle with pull-ups, singles is always a good strategy for something that's of a higher skill, especially something that does require obviously muscular endurance as well. And for some people, 21 pull-ups is high volume, for others not so much, but it all depends on what sort of training you have been doing. If you spend a lot of time in workouts using bands and stuff like that, these 21 pull-ups are going to be a little bit harder for you. Again, singles, quick singles, so do a pull-up, turn around, do another pull-up, is always a good strategy. Then coming into the double unders, if you do not have double unders, maybe again doing singles on the double unders just to cut out all the single skips and the tripping up. Just do a double under, stop, do a double under, stop. That strategy works well. Or if you can do sets of 5 or 10s or something like that, is always a good strategy. And then obviously with the thrusters, that's a little less skill, more sort of strength, endurance and conditioning. So whatever you can do with the thrusters, for most people I do recommend breaking them up, even if it's just a short break. So whether it's 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, whatever you can handle with those. Obviously, for those that don't have bar muscle ups, the tiebreaker time is going to be very important. So think about really pushing through those. So the tiebreaker is after every set of thrusters. So pushing through that first set of 21 to get a good tiebreaker time. And same if you can do chest to barbs that can't do bar muscle ups, keep pushing hard, trying to get a good tiebreaker time for that. So just quickly going back to what I was doing for my bar muscle ups here. So I did 2 sets of 5 and then a set of 3 and 2 for the bar muscle ups. Now the reason I'm taking such long breaks here was I was literally thinking about the thrusters. So I was deciding whether to attempt to do the 61 kilo at all, or try one and see how it would feel. So that's what I said at the start of the workout here, that I spent a lot of time and effort thinking about the thrusters, and this is where it really shows. I can do the bar muscle ups with less rest here, but I was just constantly thinking about the thrusters, which is again never a good thing, especially when you're trying to exercise fast. You just want to be focused on the movement you are doing, getting through that first, and then thinking about the next movement or next part of the workout. So this is where I can definitely make up a lot of time, even with sort of the injury. Not that it mattered too much, because after these double unders, this set of double unders, I have no idea what was going on. Maybe I was just not focusing on the actual movement itself and thinking about the thrusters, but I think I tripped like 3 or 4 times on the double unders. Though it does look like, so I think a bit of shoulder fatigue there. So definitely sort of jumping higher and hunching forward, so probably a little bit more fatigue than I thought. Need to sort of correct that, so stay in a better position, more efficient position for those double unders on the next attempt, if I feel good. So through the bar muscle ups, I decided that I was just going to call it after the double unders, leave it there. If I was going to attempt, we'll do my second attempt, which I'm pretty much sure that I will. I don't know 100% yet if I will attempt that 61 kilo. We'll just call it for this year and focus on my rehab and stuff like that to get 100%. But hopefully you got something out of this one, and we'll see you on the next one.